Hello everyone! Today in this new chapter we are going to find out how to order food. We're going to split this lesson in two different parts. Part number one, which is the most important because it's going to give you all the background you need, is going to be how I can order at a cafe. First of all, let me start by saying that cafe is a bar. Yes, you could drink alcohol there, but it is not the bar as you intend most of the times. Normally, in small towns in Italy, a bar are more places where people go and have their coffee, and you'll find a lot of old people talking about politics, and some rushing to get a coffee and go to work. Alright, with that premise, let's start. The first fundamental piece of knowledge you need to go and ask for something is to know how to say the verb can. Okay? That is potere. Potere. So, let's start and conjugate potere. Now, this is a kind of a trick verb a little bit. The conjugation is not so smooth, but you can definitely do it. You got to this point, so we can definitely do this together. Io posso. Tu puoi. Puoi. There's a U before O. Tu puoi. Lui, lei può. Noi possiamo. Voi potete. Loro possono. Let's repeat that one more time. Io posso. Tu puoi. Lui, lei può. Noi possiamo. Voi potete. Loro possono. Okay. Now, when you know how to say potere and you know how to conjugate, then what you need is to add the verb avere. And so two verbs in a row work like this. The first gets conjugated, the second doesn't. That is regardless of whether or not you do have a preposition in between. So whether you have nothing, a or d, those are the only three options you have. The second verb is infinitive. So to say can I have, we're just going to conjugate the first verb, which is potere, but avere, to have, will be avere. We're not going to touch that, okay? So in other words, to make this simple, I'm going to say can I have is posso avere. And that's primarily how you're going to order. Okay, let's make some examples. Posso avere un caffè, per favore? Posso avere un caffè e coffee? Per favore? Posso avere un caffè, per favore? Now, you could have posso avere un caffè macchiato, per favore? Posso avere un cappuccino? Posso avere un caffè espresso? Posso avere un latte macchiato? Posso avere un caffè lungo, which is whatever in England and in the US is most drunk. Which to us, it's just, you know, it's like a broth more than anything else, but that's how we say it. Posso avere un whatever. Now, let's go with another example. I like to have a glass of juice, okay? Juice is succo. Succo. Posso avere un succo di. Possiamo avere un succo di arancia? Possiamo avere un succo di pera? Possiamo avere un succo di ananas? Ok? Pera, pear, ananas, pineapple. Possiamo avere un succo di mango? Mango, mango. Okay? Whatever you want to say with juice is posso, possiamo, whatever you want to say, avere un succo di, and then the fruit. Now, if the juice that you want is fresh, or you want it fresh, you don't use the word succo, but you would rather use the word spremuta. Spremuta. So, posso avere un caffè macchiato e una spremuta di arancia? Spremuta, fresh juice, squeeze. Spremuta di arancia, per favore. Now, it is possible, once you come here, that you might also want to order un cornetto, a croissant. Posso avere un cornetto, and they will let you choose. Vuoto, empty, alla crema, with cream, alla Nutella, al cioccolato. You go to a different bar, you'll have different options there, okay? Posso avere, and then you order what is it that you would like to have. Now, that seems pretty straightforward, so let's move on. Let's make this a little bit more complicated. Let's say you want to have an abundant breakfast. In that case, you might want to order a panino sandwich, okay? Now in this case will be posso avere un panino, then you'll need con, with. At this point, I'm gonna tell you the options we have in our bars. Normally, that would be with some kind of cold cut, some lettuce, tomatoes, mayo. That's kind of the things you can order, okay? If you get really lucky also. So, posso avere un panino con maionese, maionese, mayo, maionese, lattuga, lattuga, lettuce, lattuga, pomodori, pomodori, tomatoes, some kind of cold cut. A cold cut is salume, salume, not to be confused with salame, which is a specific cold cut. Salumi. Now among salumi you could choose, because we have prosciutto, ham. That will also make you choose between prosciutto cotto and crudo, which is still prosciutto, but it depends on your taste. Dolce is cotto. It's a little bit more sweet, is cotto. The other one, crudo, is a little bit more seasoned, I think. Prosciutto, cotto, or crudo. Salame, you could say salame or salame piccante, slightly hot, slightly spicy. Mortadella, that's very famous. Mortadella, or any other salume they could have. Not sure they're gonna have all of this in a bar, but you could try. So, posso avere un panino con maionese, prosciutto, formaggio, cheese, formaggio, pomodori, lattuga, per favore. You also might want to add sottoaceti. Here you don't need to be that specific. Sottoaceti is some kind of veg in oil, sometimes in vinegar, but mostly in oil. Sottoaceti. Those are slightly spicy, but have a strong taste, but they're delicious. And then if you go to Calabria, you can stop literally pretty much anywhere. Sometimes also in Sicily that happens, right? And you can order a giant panino with all of this, you know? And it's gonna be also cheap, I'm gonna say that. And it's gonna be delicious. Okay. So, posso avere un panino con. Other expressions you might want to use is mi puoi dare, can you give me? Mi puoi dare, can you give me? Mi puoi dare. Mi puoi fare. Fare implies that I have to make it. So that will go most often for panino and for caffè, okay? Mi puoi fare. Mi puoi dare, mi puoi fare, okay? Posso avere, obviously. For mi puoi fare, there's a more colloquial way, which I don't necessarily recommend, but you could say mi fai, mi fai. Can you get me, can you make me? okay? Mi fai, or mi dai. Mi dai for mi puoi dare, mi fai for can you make me? Mi puoi fare. A more formal way of that is vorrei. However, nobody will use it in a bar, okay? So, simply ask mi puoi fare, mi puoi dare, or posso avere. Then, if you get the chance to go to Sicily, please ask whatever, because it's really delicious, right? And one thing in summer you could get is granita, just amazing, granita, and you'll have plenty of choices there. You could have granita al limone, you could have granita alla mandorla, you could have granita al pistachio, lots of different flavors to try. Let's then go to the part 2 of this video, which is when you are in a restaurant, al ristorante, okay? So again, we're gonna reuse pretty much the same expressions, okay? You go in and you say posso, possiamo, how many of you there are, and then you will say possiamo avere un tavolo, a table, per due. Posso avere un tavolo per uno. Possiamo avere un tavolo per 4, per 5, etc. They will say sì certo. Potete accomodarvi. That's a useful expression. That is, you could sit. Potete accomodarvi. Qui, here. Lì, there. Okay. Potete accomodarvi. Or può accomodarsi, if it's just one person. Può accomodarsi. You see here, può is because they'll tend to be formal, okay? So instead of addressing you as you, they will address you as lei. That is regardless of your gender, okay? Può accomodarsi qui, può accomodarsi lì, okay? Then they will say cosa vi porto, cosa vi porto, okay? What do I bring to you? And here you could say posso avere, possiamo avere, può portarci, because they actually have to bring this to you, right? When you're sitting. So può portarci, and then you start order. Può portarci. Again, to ask for the bill, posso avere il conto. So very straightforward. Il conto, the bill. Posso avere un caffè? Posso avere un dolce? If you want to ask what do you have, okay, then you'll say che cosa avete? For instance, che dolci avete? Which desserts do you guys have? Okay. Che cosa suggerisce? What do you recommend? Che cosa suggerisce? Possiamo avere una bottiglia di acqua. Possiamo avere una bottiglia di vino. And so on and so forth. You'll have the menu there, okay? But it's just posso avere and then whatever you want to say. Posso avere un piatto di pasta. Per secondo, for the second course of the meal, un piatto di carne, una bistecca, a steak, un piatto di pesce, fish, okay? So here is gonna be very straightforward because you'll have the menu, and to ask for the menu you can always say posso avere or possiamo avere il menu, though they will bring it to you, alright? And then again you're gonna use posso avere or può portarci. Again, posso avere and then you order, and può portarci and then you order, and the two are equivalent, interchangeable, and then in the end you will ask for the bill, for the check. So posso avere il conto. If you want to ask please, say per favore. One thing you will hear a lot is prego. You're welcome. Prego. Okay, guys. I hope that would be nice and easy and you're ready to practice. So don't forget to always practice. We'll catch up next time.